Well, unfortunately, I'm back here at the same house that's already had 2 fires because now we've actually had a 3rd fire in this house. 45 days ago, the shed on the property actually caught on fire. But just know that now that we've taken possession of the house, if we come back and you're still here, then it's considered trespassing. What? What are you talking about? The property caught on fire? They just moved out. There's no way. What? All right, I'll get down there. We believe that one of the parties came back and lit a fire in the kitchen. Hang on, I gotta record this. You gotta be kidding me. This property is on fire again. That's 3 fires on this property. There is no way that is a coincidence. We gotta find out who did this. This is getting ridiculous. Well, unfortunately, I'm back here at the same house that's already had 2 fires because now we've actually had a 3rd fire in this house. Authorities have been alerted. They believe it's the same individual returning to this house and returning to the home. And this is the area of the 3rd fire now. Because if you remember, the first thing that happened with this property is the shed caught on fire in the back, and we couldn't prove whether it was the tenant or a guest of the tenant, but because it seemed fishy to us, and this is the shed back here, because it seemed fishy to us, we decided to ask the tenant to leave. We gave them proper notice, more than 30 days notice. We gave them 45-day notice, and as soon as they moved out, the person we believe that did this fire came back after they moved out and started another fire inside the kitchen. Now progress on, another 25 days or so, that same person we believe came back and started this fire. Yo, make sure you stay till the end of this video. You're gonna be shocked what happens to the guy who lit the fire on this property. Make sure you watch all the way to the end. Like and subscribe. At this point, it's definitely beyond, our abilities and our control to handle situations like this. But now the authorities are involved, the insurance companies are involved. But as property managers, we have to be available to provide the best advice to our clients when something like this goes horribly wrong. So we did inspections, we did background checks, we even called references of former landlords to make sure that we put a good tenant into place. But even all of that, this tenant brought a guest into the home, a domestic guest, and that person we feel was responsible for all of these issues. All because they brought in a domestic guest, probably likely got involved in drugs, alcohol, or who knows what else, because the issues and situation here just are not rational in any way, shape, or form. So that leads us to believe it's something beyond just the normal issues. Could be mental health issues, could be a slew of things. But either way, we got to work with the insurance companies now and the fire department. We're going to provide them with information on who we think the suspect is, and anybody else, the neighbors. They've already talked to the neighbors, try to gather information. But at this point, it's out of our hands. It's over to the insurance companies, and we can see what the insurance company is going to recommend for this customer.
By Friday at 6, so on and so forth, and then possibility on this career will say something squatting, X, Y, and Z, la da 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 da.
Well, you see the shed.
Yes, that was about a month ago?
Yeah, that was about a month ago,
okay.
And we couldn't prove anything with the shed.
So I was told there was some notes, some apology letters left?
There was, yeah.
Okay.
Like, I didn't mean for it to be like this,
okay.
Or, that kind of stuff, but nobody could figure out the source, or they...
Me, that the guy we thought started the fire just walked up to a cop and turned himself in?
Yes.
What? And he had the fire starting material on his
person.
Like torches and
lighters and lighter fluid and I don't know what all else. Officer Martinez gave me a whole rundown. He didn't have any money, of course. He said the supervisor at the PD even interviewed him and he wouldn't confess to him. Officer Martinez said he finally did talk to the neighbor. She said they had a horrible knockdown, drag-out fight right before she moved out, which matches, I guess, what happened when you guys were there.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, they were just screaming and yelling when we were there.
And then I guess she had seen him after that on the property, and she asked him why he had set the first fire, and he swore up and down he didn't. And she talked to him about the whole situation, and he denied it. But we know that to be false.
Sure.
She had video of him on the property for the first fire.
So let me understand this right. He went in, or he approached an officer at the park and then said, "Hey, I hear there might be some arson charges against me."
Right.
And they arrested him.
Right, but that was for some domestic violence warrants that were out.
So, okay, so then they probably set a court date, then let him go.
Yes.
And then they issued a warrant for the arson?
Well, and then they turned the case over to a detective. And I talked to the detective and gave him the information that I had, sent him a copy of the 3D video of the fire and all that stuff. So he called me, he called me Tuesday morning, and he said, I just want to let you know we're going to arrest him, and it's going to be 4 counts of felony arson.
Four counts of felony arson?
4 counts of felony arson, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I get a call day before yesterday from my friend Amber, who I used to work with, who is now a police officer. She says, and I'm thinking, oh crap, here we go again, what now? So I said, all right, what happened now? And she goes, no, you're okay. It's not your problem this time. Oh, this time.
This time, yeah, thank goodness.
She said, your neighbor's place got burglarized over the weekend, and we were wondering if we could go through your shed to see if any of the stolen property happens to be in there. And I said, yeah. I said, thanks for asking permission, because nobody else does. They just kind of help themselves.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well. And so anyway, Amber says, well, she said, you know where they arrested him, right? And I said, no. I didn't even think to ask Detective Peterson. And she goes, well, he was sleeping in your shed.
Oh my gosh, so he was back on the property?
He set up a little apartment, as it were, in the good shed.
In the good shed?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so he's been going back to the property, he stayed in the shed. How did they catch him in the shed?
I guess Detective Peterson just happened to be over there, checking out the scene, and he was there in his little makeshift apartment.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, oh my God, thank God I didn't go over there and walk up on him, because I would have had a heart attack.
Oh yeah, no kidding. No, I wouldn't send our office manager. I wouldn't send anybody over there, because we were a little worried. I mean, I've been over there a few times, but I am shocked that he was squatting on the property.
Yeah, he was squatting on the property, and he must have, as soon as I released him from jail, that's where he must have headed.
Right.
He's been staying there all this time.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
It's ridiculous. So